Today we are going to discuss one of the important framework as Spring Boot. So basically, why Spring Boot is so popular nowadays in industries? Everyone is using Spring Boot itself only. Why? Because everyone is introducing microservices concept, right? So to know about before microservice, Spring Boot is a framework. So by using this Spring Boot framework only, we are developing microservices. Basically, microservice is a basic concept. Okay, it's not like any technology, nothing. By using Spring Boot projects only, we are preparing our projects, everything. Okay, so before going to that session, I want to introduce our channel. Okay, so our channel is a Java Express guy. So we created a platform. Everyone wants to learn related to Java technologies and DevOps technologies. So if you click in the playlist here, who wants to learn any cloud platform? See, now a software engineer say everyone learning as a cloud also. It's like an advantage for you who are experienced people, like who are attending an interview. So they need a cloud, DevOps related few tools you should have at least an idea as a software engineer now. Okay, as a fresher, it's not like a mandatory to know all the things. For the experienced people, definitely you should have an idea about frameworks, some cloud, at least one cloud. Like we have a different types of clouds, like Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, right? So in our platform, we created AWS. Around we have a 50 videos as a beginner, from the scratch to advanced basic things. What are the things required? We prepared as AWS and Jenkins, one of the automation tool, CI/CD tool. About the Jenkins we have. Apart from that, a Docker. And basically every week we are taking live sessions of the Java, some Spring. Okay, before going to watch our Spring Boot videos, guys, you should have, if you are from scratch, you should have idea about a Spring framework. So last week we took some free session, guys. These are like a mandatory you need to watch. If you know this idea, then Spring Boot, it's like a prerequisite for you, for everyone I'm saying. Okay, like some few concepts are available. Those are part of the Spring core. I'm not going to cover in Spring Boot itself. Okay, why Spring Boot is required nowadays, I will explain the in the next point, next another 5 minutes. Okay, I hope it is clear for everyone. Now today our agenda is, if you try to see, why Spring Boot, basically why Spring Boot is required nowadays, and what is the preferred language, from which programming language you can develop Spring Boot applications and build project management tool, right? So nowadays everything is automated, right? So one build tool you need to use. And embedded servers, if you are from already from Java background, if you have an idea, embedded servers we have, like assume the Tomcat server. Previously, if you want to develop Spring applications, you need an external Tomcat server if you want to deploy your application. So in the Spring Boot, how it is advantage for us, and there is a starters concept is completely new in the Spring Boot. And stereotype annotation in the overall Spring core and Spring Boot, which annotations are important nowadays. So all in annotations, I have a slide, so you will have a better idea complete Spring what are the main annotations are required. Okay, then after doing that, we'll take a sample hello world program. Once you are good, okay, now I'm going to important two applications. If you try to see from your Spring Boot application, okay, I want to make a voice call. How you, whenever I start my application, you want to make a voice call. I hope it is a fun for you. And how to send email from Spring Boot application. Whenever I run my application, immediately it will trigger an email. Maybe I hope I will ask someone to give your email ID. That time, if you provide, I will your email ID I will include in my application so that you will receive. Any concern, guys? As of now, is it clear what we are going to achieve? If you have any questions, you can ask me. And one more important point, the session is valid for 40 minutes. Immediately after 40 minutes, session will be disconnected. So you can use the same link again, join, guys. Okay, we'll continue till 1 hour or 1 hour, 10 minutes. I will try to complete. If not completed, then I will continue for the tomorrow. Is it clear, guys, for today's agenda? Just to
Yes,
say
sir.
yes. Yeah, sure. Okay. Now, uh, what are the prerequisites? First, okay, there is a diagram mismatches. Okay, what is a framework? Before going to a Spring Boot, I said Spring Boot is a framework, right? Basically, framework is nothing but is a special kind of software. Okay, special kind of software in the sense in talks about the Java, you can say it is in the set of jar files. It will be all, see, basically when I say jar file, all dot class files available. Okay, when I say dot class file, if you combine, you will get a jar file. If you combine all the jar files, you can make a framework also. In the same way, Spring Boot, they design one of the framework, they are including all the jar files. So that the application development time, it will be within less time, you can develop your application. So if assume that if you are from the Java background, if you have some idea on the Spring, if I ask you develop a crowd application, okay, create, read, update, and delete, at least it will take how much time? Anyone has idea? If you want to develop complete end-to-end integration, just you can guess the guys, no problem. If I want to develop end-to-end development, how much time it will take before Spring Boot? Anyone has idea, guys? No audio, no one is speaking, guys.
More than hour.
More than hour. Okay, at least if you try to do Hibernate and Spring, it will take at least 3 to 4 hours for you. Definitely. Why? Because you need to check lot of configurations here. Okay, you what are the configurations is required? It will take lot of time before Spring Boot. But whereas in the Spring Boot, you can develop very easily in less than half an hour with CRUD operations, complete end-to-end application. That is the advantage of the Spring Boot. Okay, that is later point of time. In the next slide, anyway, I have come a couple of slides. You will have a better idea. No issues. When I talk about a framework, framework are divided into three types. If you see, web framework, application framework, and ORM framework. When I say web framework, we have a Struts, JSF, and Wicked. These are some different types of frameworks. Nowadays, very rarely we are using. We are not using web frameworks. Struts we are not using at all. Maybe legacy applications they are using. Right now, we are doing Angular applications from the UI part, Bootstrap, CSS, all Angular related. They are developing web applications. Okay. Now, application frameworks we are using as a Spring. You can easily integrate with any type of application. Okay, and we have a ORM framework. Why we need Hibernate, ibase, and JPA? JPA is completely in annotation level, so it is very advantage. We can communicate with the database through ORM framework. Okay, this is about what is a framework. Now, try to see prerequisites to learn a Spring Boot. You should have idea on the core Java, that is mandatory. Why? Because all main concepts will be there in the core Java itself, like method calling, static, or you can say static methods, non-static. Everything will talk about inside the core Java. Once you are good the core Java, okay, you should have idea about the Spring framework high level. Spring core, you should have some idea, some web application concepts, Spring MVC. Once you know these three things, then Spring Boot, it will be a easy. It's like a prerequisites. If you are completely from the scratch, you should have idea on these topics. Otherwise, it will be a little bit difficult for you guys. Okay, these are the prerequisites to learn Spring Boot. Now, what is a Spring Boot? Now we'll talk about a Spring Boot, right? Try to see, Spring Boot is a open source frame micro framework maintained by a company, Pivotal. Pivotal is a company is taking care by the complete Spring Boot project. So they are handling each and everything. So this is a Pivotal company. Okay, and see, Spring Boot is not a technology, guys. Just it is a framework they built top of the Spring framework. So Uzvala, you are not able. So you need to enable the audio, Uzvala. I hope you send. I didn't get your voice. From your side, you need to enable some your audio problem. Please try to check. Okay. Spring Boot is built on top of the Spring framework. It comes with many dependencies that can be plugged into the Spring application. If you want to develop a Spring application, so you need to enable lot of dependencies. Assume that a simple hello world program, if you want to do, okay, Spring framework, lot of dependencies you need to manage in your application. Okay, uh, when I say you need to manage a dependencies means every year or every 6 months they will release some spring versions, right? Maybe latest spring versions like 3, 4, 5 they will release. You need to compatible with every libraries. Okay, so that's why Spring Boot, yeah, to overcome those problems they built one of the framework. How it is easier, I will show you how from the scratch how we need to create the application. I will explain. Now this is all about what is a Spring Boot. Now try to see now another slide. Why Spring Boot? Okay, for the main 4 points, guys, your development time will be a very fast. This is your first point. Okay, you avoid boilerplate code, convention over configuration, embedded Tomcat. These 4 points are very important. Okay, develop Spring application faster. What does it mean? Now if you want to develop a production ready application, okay, within 1 hour or within half an hour you can create your Spring Boot application. Okay, if you want to create a standalone application or production grade Spring based application, just you need to run your application. That's it. Like all production ready features, everything you will get it within less time you can develop. Now when I say avoid boilerplate code, exactly what it is. Boilerplate code means exactly, suppose if you want to connect to a MySQL database, assume that. Okay, now when I say if you want to connect MySQL database, you need to write your dispatcher servlet, Spring configuration file, Hibernate configuration file. And if you want to connect with the uh, data source, okay, if you want to connect with any database, you need to create some data source object. So those things no need to write inside your Spring Boot application. Everything will take care by the Spring Boot itself, so you can reduce your boilerplate code. And convention over configuration exactly means what? Exactly means, guys, convention over configuration. You no need to worry about your configuration related everything framework. Hey, I am there, I will take care your configuration. You no need to worry. Just you concentrate on your business logic. So configuration, before Spring Boot you need to take care as a programmer, you need to take care your configuration, your business logic, everything you need to take care. But the frameworks, our life is very easier, so you can develop the application within less time. And embedded Tomcat, what does it mean? Tomcat is a server. If you want to run your application, so you need to deploy your application inside your Tomcat. To do that part, you need to create your Tomcat army. You need to download a software from the Google. You need to set the path and you need to configure in your project. Every application you need to do these 3 steps, right? So instead of doing this a repetitive work for the programmer, what they done, when you are running your application, already Tomcat will be embedded in your application. So you need not to worry, you no need to configure anything. Just you can use the whatever they are providing, you can use your embedded Tomcat server. These are the main features of the Spring Boot. Still, we have some key components. In the next future slide, I will explain. Is it clear, guys? If clear, say yes in the chat so that I can continue for the next slide. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, guys. Now try to see. When I say what is a Spring Boot, try to see this diagram, guys. When I say what is a Spring Boot, there is a Spring framework. Spring framework is nothing but your Spring Core, Spring MVC, Spring JDBC, all modules will come. Plus you need to embedded Tomcat servers. Okay, that means we have 3 types of Tomcat servers, embedded servers we have. What are the servers is there? In the next slide I will show you. Minus XML configuration, you no need to write even one single XML file in your application. When I say these category is released, see Spring Boot plus HTTP minus XML, then I can say this is a Spring Boot. So they designed, this is the project in this convention. When I say anyone what is a Spring Boot, combining of Spring Framework plus servers, you can remove your XML configuration. Then I can say this is a Spring Boot application. So you no need to worry to write your XML configurations at all itself. How it is easy, I will show you. Okay, I hope you guys are clear why Spring Boot, basically what we say Spring Boot application. Okay, basically if you develop by using Spring Boot framework, productivity will be improved within less time. Application development time will be reduced. Suppose previously if you spend for 10 hours, you can spend 3 hours on the Spring Boot. It will be very easier. Okay, and now try to see preferred languages. You can use any programming language based on your project. Java, Kotlin, and Groovy. Any language you can use. Advanced of Java is the Kotlin. You code lot of, suppose if you write some code in Java, suppose 30 lines, in the Kotlin you can write in the 10 lines. So that way Kotlin is very popular. This is official programming for Android applications. Okay, basically it will prefer for Android based applications, and if you want to improve any performance, anything, you can use the Kotlin also. Nowadays almost 90% are using the Java. Who are developing Android applications, they can use the Kotlin. Even the Groovy, basically this one is useful Gradle applications. Now you know the uh, Maven, you know, right? Gradle, you can do Gradle also by using Groovy. This is very popular nowadays. Okay, now these are, now we will use anyway core Java, Java itself programming language to develop Spring Boot applications. Now try to see build management tools. Initially everyone is using all types of applications. Previously Ant is there, management tool. Then after that Maven is there. Okay, due to some drawbacks of the Maven, now latest one is the Gradle. Based on your requirement, based on your project, people used to do the Maven and the Gradle, but performance wise Gradle is very important. Okay, now for our applications we are doing with the Maven. Everyone have an idea on the uh, build management tool. It will be easy to understand also. Okay. uh, Embedded servers, just now I explained, right? Spring framework plus embedded servers. Embedded servers, we have a Tomcat, Jetty, and Underdog. Three types of servers we have. You can use any type of server. If you run as a Spring Boot application, Tomcat is the default server. It will run on the port number 8080 port number. Whenever immediately if you run your application, it will run on the port number 8080. These are all the embedded servers. And embedded Tomcat, that means you have a jar file. Inside the jar file you have a Tomcat server. If I given a jar file for you, you can easily run in your command prompt directly. You can your web application. It is very easy, right? So if you want to run, assume that if I given as a jar file for you, how I can run, guys? Anyone has idea? If I given as a jar file, how I need to run from the command prompt? Anyone has idea, guys? You can talk to me, guys, no problem. If the communication is there, then it will be a good to explain more things. Okay. I'm not asking about the main method. I given a jar file for you. Now I want to run the jar file. Okay, don't worry, I will show you. If you have a jar file, how you need to run from the command prompt, I will explain also. Don't worry about that part. Okay, just you need to use java -jar, your jar file name. That's it, your application will be stopped. Nothing new, it's very simple command. Now, I hope you have an idea about embedded servers, embedded databases. Everyone knows about Oracle and MySQL. Now, if you want to test, suppose in your system you don't have MySQL database or Oracle database, then you want to test with CRUD operations. This is a common operations in every project, right? So, if you want to test as a test related application, you can use embedded database, H2 database, Derby, and HSQL database. Whatever database you want, you can use. If you have a MySQL, you can use it directly with the MySQL database. So today I'm not discussing about the database. That is about tomorrow agenda. Tomorrow I will explain cloud operations by using database, how you need to do that. Before doing that, you should have some idea. You should comfortable with Spring Boot application. Then I can explain the cloud operations. Okay. Uh, Next, how to create a Spring application. Now, I hope you guys are clear introduction about what is a Spring Boot, why we are using Spring Boot, what are the features is available. You have an idea as of now, right? Now I want to create a simple Spring Boot application. What are the steps you need to take it? See, the first step, if you know the already the Maven, that Maven project you can convert into a Spring Boot. It will take some time to do that part. I want you guys no need to go for about the Maven project. Either you can using Spring Initializer, either you can use IDE. Some few people will use about Eclipse. Okay, few people may use STS. If you use your Eclipse, how you need to convert to a Spring Boot related projects if you want to develop, I will explain, don't worry at all. Now what I will do, using Spring Initializer, by using this, there is a URL, already Spring is given. By using that URL, you can develop your application. Let me open Google Chrome, guys. Now, try to see here. Here in Google, go and type start.spring.io. Okay, this is the website. You can develop your applications. Okay, here this is your Spring Initializer. Here you can create directly project itself here only. Okay, now try to see project, which type of project we are using, Maven project or Gradle project. Now I'm choosing as a Maven project. This is called build management tool. Just now I explained, right? Preferred languages, Java, Kotlin or Groovy. Right now we need as a Java, and a Spring Boot. Right now I'm using stable version 2.3.4. Guys, a few people still develop by using old versions. So language level, we have a lot of changes we have. When I say few methods made different in latest version, few methods different from the old version. Guys, it will be end for another 10 minutes. Please use the same link, then again join if it is disconnected in the middle. Okay. Now try to see. I'm using 2.3.4. Here I'm providing your project related information, project metadata. Try to see here. I'm giving some package name com.javaexpress.organization. I'm creating, this is your package and this is your project name. Okay. Let me take as a, it's like a uh, hello world type of thing, right? What I will do, let me take as a hello world. Once you know this one, then we'll go for advanced topics. Okay. Uh, so just same group id I'm taking as my package name here itself. This is your description you can provide. I need a jar file. Okay, I choose the jar file. You can develop using Java 8, Java 11, Java 15. As of now these three versions are supporting. Now I'm choosing Java 8. Most of the systems Java 8 will be there, so that's why. So these are the first step. Now, if you see here, right side, add dependencies, click here. Here they are providing all types of dependencies here. Now, whatever the dependency you need, you can add. Now, if you want to develop a web application, okay, now just you can type as a web here. There is a Spring Web. If you made it as a Spring Web, all related jar files, it will be download. You no need to configure anything in your project. Okay, due to that you can reduce your lot of time. You no need to worry about Spring related versions, Hibernate versions, MySQL versions. You no need to worry about at all. Just you need to choose 2.3.4. Everything will take care by the Spring Boot project. Okay, as of now I need only this one. Click the generate project. Okay, your project is downloaded. Now I need to import my Spring Boot tool. Before doing that, you need an IDE, right? You need to, at least you should have an idea about STS. I'm preferring. Now let's see, just in Google type STS, download a 64-bit based on your 32-bit or 64-bit the version. Here there is a tools.spring. Just click here, and here this is the IDE. Directly you can create Spring projects in IDE itself. You no need to go for this website. You no need to do this action. Okay, so just based on your platform, Linux or Mac or Windows, based on platform, download here and you can open your Spring Boot project. Okay, it's very simple. It's nothing much difficult for you. For the first time, it will take at least 10 to 15 minutes to open your STS. Later point of time, within 1 minute, it will be open for your STS. No problem at all. Okay, I hope it is clear how to download your software, how you need to open. I'm using the Mac, so just I'm using my STS terminal. I already have my application. Okay, so let me open here. Okay, once you're open STS, this is the IDE itself here. Uh, Try to see here. There is an option file. Inside the file, we have an import. Guys, are you able to see my IDE now?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Now inside the file menu, we have a file edit. Like based on your Windows version, these options will be see in the Mac here. It will be displayed at the top in this level. For you, it will be display ID itself here. In the file here, we have an import project. Okay. Before importing, I downloaded a project. Right. Let me open where my project is downloaded. Try to see here. Hello world. Just I downloaded. Just I'm extracting my project here. Okay, just I click the double click. Now this is a Maven project. See, pom.xml means this is a Maven project. Okay, now what I'm doing here, type here Maven here, click existing Maven projects, click next. Here you can choose your project. Now try to see where is your project. Go for the downloads, hello world. Just click open, and now you can make it finish. See, in the down you are able to see here, for you, at least if you are a beginner, if you are a first time you are doing, based on your internet connection, it will download your jar files. At least it will take 10 to 15 minutes to download all dependencies in your system. This is the first step. Second time, if you do the same process, it will take less than 30 seconds. Your project will be ready. Now try to see here, hello world project. Let me zoom it for you. See, this is my hello world project. Right side you are able to see there is a boot. Now it is a Spring Boot application now. Okay, now if you see here, this is the default project structure for your Maven. It will take care your the Maven build management tool, folder structure, everything. This is taken care by your your Maven. Okay, now try to see here, there is a main method is available, hello world application. Now try to see guys here. Now everyone knows public static void main. I want to ask, this run method is a static method or non-static method, guys? I want to curious to know. Can anyone tell me, guys? This run method
Yes,
is
sir,
a
it is static method.
yes, it is a static method.
Yes, because you are taking
Static method.
because you are taking the Spring application pass name directly, so that it is static method.
Yeah, thank you for your note. Okay, now everyone is in the same state. Why? Because run method is a static method. Now, up to now, is it clear how to create a Spring Boot project? I will explain internal explanation also. I will give you. Don't worry about. As of now, for everyone is clear how I downloaded the project, how I created here. Is it clear for
Yes.
everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Now, by using Spring Initializer, I created my project. Now, just now I'm going in the website, I'm downloading, I'm importing, these many steps I done, right? Instead of doing that part, now you have already STS ID, Spring Toolshoot, how you need to download the software. Just now I explained for you. Okay. Now how you can create the project here. Try to see here, same project with different, I'm creating different one. Now try to see, there is a file, new. Here you are able to see Java project, Spring Starter project. You can choose your second Spring Starter project here. Internet connection should be mandatory, then only this project will be downloaded in your system. Okay, now see, this is a service URL. Here you can make it Spring Boot Hello World, and this is my application name. And see, here you can choose a type, Maven, packaging Java or Java version and choosing 8, language is Java. This is my package name, artifact, your project name, version. Basically it will create your Spring Boot version snapshots. How the version will be look like, I will show you, don't worry. Description, some package. Now click on next. Here see which version you want to use, 2.3.4, 2.3.5. What now? 2.3.4 is a stable version. So here which type of jar file you need. See here you can choose. Now you need a database. Click on SQL. See JDBC, Spring Data JPA, Data JDBC. Just you need to use which one you need. Oracle driver, MySQL driver. Now you want to integrate your Spring Boot with your Spring Cloud. Now see here you can choose cloud. Security, OAuth 2. Lot of things here only itself available. You can go ahead and you can see here itself only. Now here I need a web jar file, type web. Now see somewhere Spring Web. Now you need to choose here, click next and finish. Now your project is ready. Same steps, instead of doing again repetitively, you can use in the IDE itself. Same application, nothing new here. See Spring Boot Hello World application, nothing new here. Same, both are right on the same process. I hope you guys are clear how I need to create Spring Boot application. Okay, now try to see what are the key components of the Spring Boot. Okay, these 4 are the main key components. Spring Boot starter, auto configuration. You are not doing any configuration inside your project. Everything is taken care by the Spring Boot itself. How it is doing, that is about, we'll talk about auto configuration. CLI, through command line itself you can create the project. Spring Boot actuators. Spring Boot actuators basically used for the production. Your application is healthy or not, your application is down, or how many configurations you done, like which properties you declared, everything by using these concepts you can do in your project. Now we'll talk about starters, guys.